What is going on, my good people? We are here once again for the United Sim Football Association. We gotta keep the games rolling as we always do. We are in game number 2 of week number 7. This game, including the 3 to follow for this week, will close out the halfway point of the regular season, and we're going to do a little bit of reviewing once we get past that point, so make sure you watch out. It's going to be a fun ride coming forward between us. We're looking to get something rolling here. It's going to be Dallas at Charlotte in this ball game. I'm going to make one quick edit as they're making everything getting set up for the game, but it should be an interesting matchup. Charlotte, they're still undefeated up to this point. They are 6-0. They're looking to go to 7-0, and looks like they do have the talent advantage over Dallas just off of the muscle. But Dallas, if they can put that duo with DJ Church and the homie Jerry Riggs effectively, you never know what's gonna happen until it happens. You already know how we do things here. We're going to go ahead and get set up in just a little bit. I just got to click on one thing before I get started. Actually, no, I forgot. It's already taken care of. We'll go ahead and take care of that another time. We don't got to do it now, but I ain't going to waste y'all time. I'm going to go ahead and hit the play game button, and it should be a fun ride as we always do here in the USFA. Always put the best of the best on the field. You already know how we do, and it's going to be interesting to see who's going to come out on top in this ball game. So I like to see the young folks do, but it's going to be heavy rain in this one. You better watch out. There's going to be some puddles and everything like that, but it looks like it is going to get started. We are underway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Very rainy in this one. Charlotte's going to take this one past the 20 to the 25 to the 26 yard line. Actually, let's go ahead and set this one up. Charlotte is going to be in their light blue and purple combination set. Dallas will be in their lime venom green type setup there with the white. They're doing their thug dizzle. They're looking to get the victory, stay in pace in their own conference, while Charlotte's looking to put the rest of the league on notice. You already know how they do. Look for the passes. Falco going to be caught by Vic Dotson to start it off. A gain of 10 and moving to 6 already. First down. Impressive pass and some coverage. Looks like Rocky Ivan was right there to try to knock it away from him, but their hands. Vic Dotson gets the job done. It looks like they're going to pass it again here. There's going to be a pass. Looking left side for Vic. Is going to be caught. Turns upfield. Trying to run through a man, but he steps out of bounds after the gain of 8. Getting the tight end involved early. Nothing wrong with that. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Ready up. He's the mic. 14's the mic. Here we go. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Send this one again, and it's going to be incomplete there. Nothing home. Over the heads of everyone. I think Falco throws his first incompletion of the day. It's going to be 3rd and 2. We're going to try to hand off this time around. Looks like Spiderweb's going to pick that first down up. A gain of 4 is all they needed. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Royals.
Let's go, baby. We own them.
Passing it again. Quick pitch to Dotson. His 3rd catch of this drive. Right at the sticks. I think he might be a little bit short there, but a gain of 9.5. I'm sure he'll take it. 2nd and inches coming up. Getting the top dog, tight end involved early in this game. You know me as a player, I'm not going to complain about it, but it's not about Vic Dotson. It's about the rest of the league as a whole. and it's only going to get better as we keep it moving. Another handoff there, and it looks like Spiderweb's going to keep it on the ground, moving to 6 as Charlotte moves deeper into Dallas territory. They had a few linemen swinging to the right side to make sure that that line was all good to go. Another handoff to Spiderweb, cuts it back and runs right into number 2. Not a huge gain there, but he'll take the gain of 4, I'm sure. And speaking of which, I need to bring up my player numbers. That should be easy enough to bring up. Going to start out with the Dallas set once they get back on offense, so we got a little time before we get there. Going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. Almost got that man offsides, not to be. Quick pitch again, and they tried, I believe, as Kai Coco across the middle, but that pass was incomplete. Passing it again. Looking middle of the field and caught by Vic. Another first down catch. He's going to fumble. Picked up by the homie Kai Coco. I don't know if he hit the ground first. No challenge as of yet, but that might be the first fumble on the season there for Vic. That's definitely not a drop. It looked like he was down there. And it looks like they're going to keep the slide moving. They're inside the 4. Even with the fumble, Vic Dotson getting a lot of work on this drive. Going to throw in the run and find a wide open Joe. Touchdown Royals. That was too easy right there on that drive. Back in the end zone, feet inbounds. Don't need any gloves in this rain. They're just going to make it happen, Captain. And Charlotte's going to take the early lead. Kick is going to be up from Molyneux. And it's to the right a little bit, but it does go through. 10 plays, 74 yards on that drive. Draining a lot of clock on top of it as well. I don't know if y'all seen that little baby Easter egg in the ticker, but I did name Antonio Lewis the GOAT right there for his performance. 5 catches, 3 of them were for touchdowns. And the 1 touchdown victory Arizona put on Tacoma. So that was a fun ride. Have 3 parts of that game. It was glitching a little bit on the stream, but all the gameplay is there, I believe, except for the first part of it. I don't know why. I think it shut off a little bit and it came back on. That footage couldn't be recorded, but I think that was only like the first 3 or 4 minutes or so, so it wasn't anything too crazy. No one scored at that point, and it's going to be a fun ride here. Dallas is going to get the first crack on offense in just a little bit. I'll talk about Charlotte's offense. That's what I meant to say earlier. They're going to get the offense in a little bit, but there goes the homie. He's going to take off and get to the 50, and he almost broke it. But it looks like Dallas is going to start off in Charlotte territory. A great return there by Jerry Riggs. Number 17 doing his due diligence. If you've seen him in college, he's able to break it. Hasn't quite had that juice yet. I don't think he has a touchdown for kick return yet this season, but they're going to give Sean Snow his first carry. He says he wants to get the start, and that's definitely a great start to his start. It's going to be 2nd and 4. But that's it. Here comes Church looking for a man. Toss the middle field and caught. Going to get him inside the 35. Dallas doesn't have to go too far to get some points, but they are getting their halfback Sean Snow involved in this offense. I guess the DJ connection wasn't really getting them the results that they were looking for, but hey, I keep getting messages. It'll be like that sometimes. It's going to be passing it again to Church. Right side here, looking to drag the toes. And I think he got it right there. A nice gain of around 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Church with a deep drop back here. Quick pitch and caught again. Going to be first down inside the 15, down to the 14. That's going to move the 6 again. Jerry Riggs, his first catch will get him into the red zone. And so far, this Dallas offense is picking up a little bit. A lot of people were asking me, like, what's a good way to update your player? In my opinion, if you can get a good balance of your attributes going up to around like the 70s and then start increasing some of your major ones into the big attributes, like into the 80s and 90s, I think that will be a good way to cover a majority of your bases. We should be having a few changes to some of the builds coming up next season, so we'll talk about that another time, though. We don't have anything solidified, but there is a solidified move right there. That's going to be an interception. Charlotte's going to pick it off in the red zone, not to be for this Dallas team. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to bounce away, and he's going to try to get away, and he almost got dragged into the safety. It should have been a touchback, but it looks like since he ran backwards, that honestly should have been a safety for Dallas, if we're being honest with you. 2 points there for Dallas, but it did not work out. But Charlotte has to start from the 1 yard line. Well, we see ourselves a big passing play. Going to pitch this one right side to Vic, and he's running backwards now, and he can't get away either. Great defense so far from this Dallas team. Not a fan of the cut backwards, but that is what happens sometimes. Getting a little rattled in the back of your end zone. It's definitely time to see if they can send some players deep if they're Charlotte. They're going to avoid giving up some points here. And they are going to pass it. Looking for a man is the homie. Falco shuts off one man, reaching forward, and I think he got the first. Yes, he does. Joseph bails him out. Just shut off that one man. Should have been a stop right there, and they had 3 more dragons right around them to bring him down, but just could not keep up with that speed. Almost got him off sides, not to be. Gonna look for a man. It's Falco again on the run, and just throws this one away. Nothing happening on that one. It's gonna be 2nd and 10 coming. But now still in very favorable field position here. If they could get the stop, they could have a chance to potentially go back down the field, get some points. They've shown the ability to move down the field, so if they can continue that, they'll have a chance to potentially upset. Quick pitch, and it's going to be caught by Vic. He had the sky up for it, wasn't in stride, but he'll take the 6th catch so far in the first quarter. He's definitely on pace for some ridiculous numbers up to this point, but it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Looking for a man again. Quick pitch and caught. There goes the homie Yojo getting past the 25. Another first down gainer here. And Charlotte's on the move as the first quarter starting to wind down a little bit. Seen a few people trying to get some blocks downfield, but you can only do what you could do. Setting up 1st and 10 here. Gonna look, and he's gonna get sacked right around the corner. There goes Robbins, one of the bot D linemen, getting in there for the play, and they're gonna lose 10. Great pass rush there. Not much Falco really could do at that point. The offensive lineman, it looks like Jim Beam, he got caught slacking, and we'll close out quarter number 1. Charlotte with the slim touchdown lead, but they have the football here going into the 2nd. Let's go ahead and do it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. We got the GSB rolling. We got Gold. We got the CSBA. We got a whole bunch of leagues around us. And don't forget the homies, our collegiate affiliate, the Elite College Football League. We'll see some of their players come to the league next season as well. So make sure you watch out for that. It's going to be 3rd and 19 here.
Exit, exit.
Pass it again is Falco. Another pass rush, doesn't get home, and he's just going to throw this one away. Looks like that was in the direction of Kai Coco. It's going to be 4th and 19, and Dallas will get that stop. The rain more than likely will find some sort of difficulties for both teams. I'm sure Charlotte's just trying to get through it as best they can. At the current moment, though, it's working in their favor. They don't need to do too much as long as they can find a way to slow down Dallas. And it looks like that's going to be fair, caught right at midfield. Dallas, once again, with the starting field position that they want to see. If your starting field position is somewhere within your opponent's territory, you're doing something good. And I'm sure the Dragons will take it, as Church is going to be sitting in the shotgun by himself this time around. The protection solid, left side, and overthrows his man. And I think there's a hold on top of it. And they'll have to start with the 1st and 20.
Let's go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Passing it again is Church. Middle of the field and caught by Snow. Turning up the field, past midfield to get some of those yards back. Looks like that was a gain of around 13. 2nd and 7 coming. And I already know Dallas. They want to see what this young halfback can do. We may see some additions with DJ Jackson as well, so he's not completely out of the team. You might as well do what you need to do. Hand off here. Look for a lane. He's going to run straight into a tank. His name is Arn Jacobson. And you never want to be caught slacking running into him, but he holds on for that one. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Clock continues to run. Final 10 minutes of the 2nd quarter. Almost got Shane Knox there off of the offsides, but not to be. But the pass is off the mark. It's going to be 4th and 5. And it looks like Charlotte shall be getting this ball back. Sending this one away here. Look to the middle of the field, and Vic Dotson's just going to go ahead and call for that fair catch. It's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 20, make that the 17-yard line. And we'll see what the Royals can do. They have the advantage, like I said before, currently 7-0. At the end of the day, a team can still win 7-0. You never want to rely on that through the course of the whole game, but in theory, that is possible. Dallas needs to find a way to get their offense clicking like they was earlier. Look for a man. Kai Coco was open, but the pass nowhere to be found. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Up to this point, we got the what's where I'm looking for. We got the stats up to week 5. We're currently in week 7 now, but looking at the stats, it appears that all the quarterbacks, or at least the average quarterback, is running at least a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and they had a man open again. And Falco is just not finding that mark here. Looking to be 3rd and 10 now. I believe the average quarterback is throwing somewhere around 65%, which is phenomenal within itself. I think it's close to the numbers we had on Axis. But you never know what can happen until it happens. Going to pass it again, and it's going to be caught. Turns upfield, shuts off one man with the stiff arm, and it's going to get taken down. That's Aaron Witten with the play. 1st and 10, and a great job there by the veteran. And a beautiful pass there. Could have been a little bit more forward so he could catch in stride, but looks like Aaron Witten knows what to do when he has the football. They ain't too worried about it. Let the homie make the play. 1st and 10, they're going to send a man in motion here. And they are going to get the hike off, pitching it. It's going to be the homie Spiderweb, but beautiful run coverage there by Dallas to shut him down. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Wheezy Porter led the charge over there. Those 3 dragons over there swarming them. And you seen, like, after the pitch, there was a couple of players chasing him, so they just surrounded him, make sure he didn't get in that open space. No fault, no penalty there. And they tried Vic on that crossing pattern, but not to be. Going to be 3rd and 10. Not quite the same Charlotte team we've seen up to this point of the season, but maybe the rain is affecting them. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. We're going to pass it again. Looking right side. It's going to be caught by, I believe, Jojo. But he was not close to the first down mark. They're going to have to give it up. Dallas is going to get the football back, assuming Charlotte doesn't keep their offense on the field. And it looks like they are going to punt it. No fake punts here. This one appears to be going out of bounds inside the 30, right at the 26-yard line. And Dallas is going to start it up again.
Here we go, D. Right there.
Going to hand off here to Snow, and there's a lot of Royals in front of him. He couldn't do too much there. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up.
Nice hit. Eat.
And I didn't even bring it up. Let's go ahead and talk about these players here. So, starting with Dallas, let's go ahead and talk about them. Quarterback will be DJ Church. Halfbacks will be Sean Snow and DJ Jackson pitching it. Going to be incomplete again. Wide receivers will be Michael Potter and Jerry Riggs. Tight ends will be Usulu Musulurusu and Giancarlo Velasquez. Linebackers will be Rocky Ivan, Perrin Ibarra, Raven Kenobi. Rocky Ivan and Perrin Ibarra are the linebackers. They have one cornerback, that's Raven Kenobi, pitching this middle of the field, and once again incomplete. And safeties will be Bob McBob, Wheezy Porter, and Jay Mangum. And they're trying to get the upset here, but the offense hasn't been too pretty on the Dallas side either. It's going to set up 4th and 7. And while we're talking about them, we could go ahead and talk about the Charlotte offense as soon as this play is over. Send this punt, trying to get past midfield. He does that. And there goes Vic Dawson. He's going to muff it, and it's going to be Dallas football. He could not keep up with it. He was trying to take it on the run, and that's going to be unfortunate moves there. Going to take a fake of the handoff, and he's going to get past the 45, but an unforced error. Unforced error there by the homie Vic Dotson in the rain. Going to be 2nd and 6. I think that's the first month punt that we've seen so far this season. It's going to be a bit of the pass and looking and incomplete. Third and 6 coming up. Dallas is gifted a chance here. They have to convert, see if they could take advantage. And once again, in great starting field position. They really can't be mad at the starting position. Looking for a pass. Going to toss this one right side. It's going to be caught, but a tackle shut him down. I think that's Pac Drescott with the play. 4th and 2 coming up here.
Let's go.
Dallas is feeling froggy here. They're going to see if they can leap past that first down mark. They only need 2 yards. A deep drop back left side and some coverage. And look at that collision there, incomplete. But regardless of that, Charlotte is going to get the stop. One person almost had to pick, and then he just ran right into his defensive buddy. But regardless of that, Charlotte's going to get back onto the field. Send it. And it looks like the cutback lane there for the homie Spiderweb, one of his better runs of the game. It's going to be 2nd and 2 coming up with the final 5 minutes here in the second. Checking the time for the video, it's going pretty quick. 25 minutes. 25 and a half minutes in this video so far, so we still got some time here. Let's go ahead and do it. Charlotte trying to convert, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to fake the handoff. Left side is going to be caught. Turns up the field. It's Kai Coco. You better watch him. He got that speed now. Getting to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready up, 7 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Bound to lose one.
They're going to hand off the Spiderweb again. Going inside the 25. A gain of around 7 or so. Is going to make it 2nd and 3. Shout out to the homies that followed the Twitch channel. See Ekin Hawk and Price 8383. Those are the last couple that did it. Thanks so much for the support. We're trying to get more subs over there and followers, so make sure you show some love to the homies. Going to be passing it again. It's going to be caught by Vic, taking that pass to 15. I believe that's catch number 7 on the day for him. It's going to be 1st and 10. Yeah, 7 catches, 62 yards. We'll see how these rankings come up here. These rankings come up for the receivers. So far, the halfbacks and the tight ends have been running it. It's going to be a handoff and shut down. Number 28 takes him down. I believe that's Jay Mangum with the stop. Yes, it is. His 4th tackle of the game. 2nd and 11 coming up. Another handoff here. Finds a little bit of a crease and gets shut down. Another great tackle there as we hit the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now.
Here I come. Mike's 47.
Passing it again to Church. Caught. There goes Jojo. And he got close to the 1st down, but he got stopped. A nice juke move got him close, but not to be. It's going to be 4th and 2. And Charlotte more than likely will take the field goal. And Dallas will have to see if they have a chance to retort. It looks like they are settling for the field goal. Mr. Molyneux, I call him Mr. Money. Going to see if he can knock it through from the right hash. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. Charlotte is going to get some more points on the board, and they'll make it a 10-0 ball game. Decent enough drive. Looks like they had a lot of momentum going up to it, but they could not get the score. It's going to be 1 minute 52 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. We're gonna see this kickoff coming soon. Dallas, you got the football back, 2 timeouts. You could definitely do something. There goes the homie Jerry Riggs taking this one to the left side, the right side, before getting taken down. And I did not talk about this Charlotte offense. I kind of got confused all game today, but we could bring them up now right before halftime. Quarterback will be Hank Falco. Halfback will be Spiderweb, number 47. The wide receivers, they got 3 of them: Aaron Witten, Kai Coco, and Yosin Joseph. Tight end will be Vic Dotson. And kicker / punter, we seen him make that field goal earlier, is Jack Molyneux. As Church looks to get this one and just throws this one away. Not too much going for him on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 10. They have 2 defensive ends. They got Shane Knox and Lee Flowers. Linebackers will be Tank Falco, TJ Camden, Nicholas Watt, and Aaron Jacobson, number 58. Seeing him right there on that cut scene right there, looking like a straight Greek god. And cornerbacks, they have Bryce Walker, Andrew Green, Patrick Scott, and the homie Ricardo Lopez, as Church is going to slide down after that scramble. 3rd and 6. Charlotte looking to get off the field. Dallas is in the no huddle, and the pass is off the mark. A little bit of a story of the game right there for Dallas. So you can say it for Charlotte too. The passing game's been a little uneasy for both teams, but a little bit better there for Charlotte. Obviously, it's going to be 4th and 6 coming up, and it looks like homie Lopez is going to get there on the other side. And here comes Vic Dotson, and he's not going to muff it this time around. He's going to hold on to it. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Here we go. Mikey, switch up, switch up.
But Charlotte has a chance to get more points here on this drive. They have all 3 timeouts. Gonna look for a man left side. It's gonna be caught, and it's gonna take it to the 35-yard line to start it out. They're gonna call their first timeout after that play. Can't be mad at it. Beautiful look at that field right there. Only gonna get better too. As soon as I find a way to get some of those extra stuff off like that right there, it's gonna be looking a lot better, I must say. We're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna be 1st and 10 coming up.
47's the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Passing it again, and tries to throw it to the crossing Jojo, but it fails high and almost got picked off. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Passing it again is Falco. Under a little pressure, throws on the run, and that's going to be a penalty there. Automatic 1st down. They tried to give it to the homie Dotson, but he was getting dragged down. He was jumping up. It's going to be automatic 1st there for the Royals. Definitely got bailed out there for sure. Didn't look too pretty, but results are results at the end of the day. They'll take it to the 28-yard line here as they go back to the shotgun set, and they almost got him offsides, not to be. Going to run a little bit and still get it off to Joseph, I believe. No, that is actually Aaron Witten for the catch. I couldn't quite see the number, but that'll get him inside the 20 there, and that'll be another timeout called here from Charlotte. It's going to be down to the 15-yard line, and they'll have a chance to score a touchdown here if that's the case. Gonna look for a man here. Looking, it's gonna be caught there by Witten. His 2nd catch on this drive. 39 seconds left in this 1st half. Looking to keep this one rolling. 33 seconds. Don't look like they're too pressed on time. They do have the timeout. I'd probably get one more play in, see if they can punch it in. Looks like they believe in that logic. Looking for a man. Tossing his left side. It's going to be caught. Kai Coco toe drag swag in the rain. That'll give the Royals a 16-point lead. Good job. But they're going to review it, but I think he was pretty easily in there. No need to worry about it. Kai Coco, Mr. Raccoon gets the job done right before the half. A great drive there to close out the half there for Charlotte, and they're 1 half away from going 7-0. Luckily for Dallas, they still have a lot of time in this one, but they'll need some stops for sure. Kick is up. Kick is going to be doinked, and it's going to be no good. Looks like it got waterlogged, and then that ball got heavy when it was up in that air. Not to be though, so the game will remain a 2-possession lead. thanks to that missed extra point. Charlotte with a few errors there, but hasn't really affected them doing what they need to do to take the lead. They've had the lead since they've scored their first score, and it's only gotten bigger. But what can this Dallas team do? That's the real question that we'll have to answer, that we'll have to face as we go forward in this ball game. And another check at the time for the video, we're right around 36 minutes, so it kind of slowed down with the late shenanigans here, but hey, that's part of the process here in the USFA. You want to be an NFL player, you could be an even better player than the guys in the NFL. Here in the USFA, here comes a return, and they got him past the 30 right there was Jerry Riggs. I think if he kept that one to the right a little bit, he'll probably still be running, but gonna be 1st and 10 regardless. I believe Charlotte's going to get the football back as well, so that was a very, very good score by them. Don't want to risk it too much. You don't want to give Charlotte another chance for potentially something game breaking, but here comes Church on the run, looking for a man to throw it to, throws it on the run, and there was a defensive player there in the area. Couldn't quite get that throw on the run possible. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Passing this one in the middle of the field and going to be deflected. And it looks like Dallas will have one more chance at it. They tried to give it to Velasquez and a few other Dallas receivers, but there was a lot of Charlotte defensive backs back there. 3rd and 10 here. Final play of the 2nd quarter will be coming soon. Hasn't been too much of a competitive game, but that is part of the process. Made the best strategies, depth charts, and players win. Another toss in the middle field. That's picked off, and that's going to close out the half for Charlotte. A nice interception, nice jump ball there, but we got to see what happens in the rest of this game, man. I ain't playing games with you. And it looks like Dallas is getting the ball back. I was wrong. My apologies. So it looks like DJ Church will end the first half with 2 interceptions. It's going to be taking this one and stumbles past the 25 is Jerry Riggs. And they'll have to score here, see if they could get something rolling. Handoff here, looking for a lane, and there goes Sean Snow with probably his bigger run of the game. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Gonna take this one right side, and looks like Sean Snow was trying to get something going, but he ran into a defensive player on the way. Gonna be 3rd and 4 now. Dallas trying to keep the drive alive here, but they got to go backwards. Unfortunate. Going to take that one to the 28-yard line, and 3rd and 9 is a lot harder than 3rd and 4. Here comes Church looking for a man. On the run a little bit. He's going to throw it. No, he is not. He's just going to take the first down and a little bit more past midfield and slides down before he could get shellacked by that defensive player. They'll take it to the 45-yard line. Sometimes that's what you got to do as a quarterback. It isn't going to come easy, especially going up against a star-studded defense like this, but those plays matter. They're going to hand it off to Snow, and he's going to run into a couple of Royal players there. Sean Snow is averaging about 3 yards a carry. There's going to be a point where the run game is pretty much going to be non-existent. And in this rain, and how we've seen in the past in this game, it's not going to be very pretty. So Dallas needs to get something rolling as early as possible in this third quarter. Another deep drop back, and it's going to be pitched and caught there by the homie Riggs. Mile High to Mile High does it again to make that third down a lot easier. And it's going to be a read option that does not work out. Shane Knotts was ready for it, and they'll knock him down for a loss, and Charlotte should be getting this ball back. I don't think they have the kicker to actually push it through this rain, so that might be their best bet. Send this one away here. And this is going to go inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. So Charlotte has another deep rain to see if they could get through. But it's going to be 1st and 10. Looks like a little bit of scuffling and buffling there. Them fools getting crazy out here. What are they doing? So let's see what Charlotte has to offer here on this particular drive. They pass it again left side, and they tried to get it to Coco. Not to be there. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Check, 47. Ain't no such thing. We taking wins home.
And they're going to hand it off here. Looking for a lane is the homie Spiderweb to make that third down a lot easier to stomach. 3rd and 2.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Another handoff, looking for the first. Shuts off one man and doing the cutback cheese. Past the 30, they'll go to the 31. Spiderweb's going to get himself a solid game. Looks like he's a little shy of 4 yards a carry, but that's definitely a successful run for sure.
Check 26, check 26.
Going to pass it again. Quick pitch and almost picked off. Tried to hit the homie Joseph on that play, but once again, this rain has not been helping him in the completion setup. Might need that glove on that right side. Maybe it won't be slipping so much. A lot of passes in this game here for Charlotte, and they will pass it again. And they're trying to get the screen going. They're going to get sacked, and not to be. 3rd and 17 coming up. They're gonna pitch it again. A wide open Kai Coco. He's gonna take to the 30 to 20. One man to beat, and one of the defensive players tripped up the other player, but it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Charlotte. And Kai Coco hits him with the game breaker. What a play. Up the middle, can't be stopped. And as soon as he hit that open speed, he was going to take it the distance. That's definitely his longest of the season. And that looked very, very bad. But regardless of that, 22-0 is your score. And I think we could kind of open up that setup for a possible shutout. Could be the first one of the season if Dallas cannot find their way to move the ball down the field. The run game hasn't been very pleasant to see. And that's not a slight on the running back there, but that's just how it goes sometimes. The passing game has been anemic at best, I would have to say. And once again, that's not a slight at DJ Church either. I think it's the conditions. I believe this is one of the very few games where Dallas has played in these type of conditions, but you got to watch out for Charlotte in these later portions of the season. That is where it gets a little reckless at times, but here we are coming up. Taking this one to around the 12-yard line or so. Going to take it past the 20 and going to get shut down around the 31. Looks like now Sean Snow on the return. Okay, he's getting into the mix. It wasn't the homie Jerry Riggs. There's going to be 1st and 10 here coming up. Let's see what Dallas can do.
Watch the run, watch the run. Right there, 54, right there. 54
Gonna sit in the pocket there and had a man open, but once again, pass nowhere near the mark where it's supposed to be. It's gonna be 2nd and 10. I've seen another in other forms of media in regards to the NFL and stuff. They're actually trying to make the number 0 an eligible number for players to use. That'll be interesting to see if that's possible. Maybe we can mod that into the game, but they're looking to mod a 1st down. It looks like Arnold's trying to punch that ball out, not to be, but that's going to be a good play there by Dallas. Look, watch that, watch the punch right there. Like, there you go. He was like trying to get it, but not to be there. Dallas, they'll get close to midfield. Gonna pass it again. It's Church passing it right side. It's gonna be caught. Sean Snow, he's gonna make the catch, but he isn't gonna go too much further than he caught it. It's gonna be 2nd and 9 coming up. If you're looking to get your player to cut the ball, cut upfield after making a catch, there's 3 attributes you'll need to focus on: awareness, change of direction, and of course agility. So if you're looking to get those like those better breaks and those better jukes out of the catch, those are the 3 attributes that you're going to want to upgrade. So give you some more of those hints there. Those contested catches, obviously that's going to be catching traffic and spectacular catch. Of course, catching the ball in general, that's what the catching attribute. Going to pass this one again and incomplete again. And Charlotte's defense stands tall. Not to be on that play. They're going to have to send it back to Charlotte. Gotta show some love to the homie Kai Coco on that last drive. Maybe he could get another one. Sending this one away here. And they're going to let it bounce. That's going out of bounds at the 26.
Let's go, baby.
Looked like Vic Dawson was trying to pick it up, maybe see if he could do something, but he just let that one roll out. Shout out to Ludacris. That one of my favorite songs back in the day. Roll out, roll out. I'm not going to do that again. I'm sorry. He's going to be 1st and 10. The randomness here of the commentary, you only get it from me. Handoff, looking for a lane. There goes the homie Spiderweb with his best run of the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up at the 41-yard line. He had a burst. As soon as he got that ball, he was ready to go. He said, I got to go. Final 3 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Charlotte's looking to increase that lead some more if they can. They're going to pass it. Look for a man on the run a little bit. There goes Falco. Quick pitch right side. Is going to be caught by Kai Coco, but he's going backwards. That's going to be a loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11. You see right there, he already has 100 yards on the game.
Check, 47. Do your job. Let's go.
They're going to hand off to the homie. Look at the big hole again. A cut back. It takes it inside the 45 to the 42. Spiderweb's picking up a lot of that juice we've seen from him. He's getting them big gains now, and Dallas definitely doesn't want to see that. First and 10 here. Passing it again. Middle of the field and had his man, but once again the pass off the mark. He is over 55%, so got to give him credit for that, but has not been pretty. A lot of passes that really should have been completed and possibly could have got more scores there for Charlotte. But once again, these conditions are not the easiest to play in.
Mike, 55.
Going to pass it again. Going to take off a run as Falco on the run. Going to be caught by Vic, taking that inside the 25. An ill-advised pass works out there for Falco and the gang. Dotson comes through. Throwing that on the run. And let's see Vic Dotson there reaching out for that one. Charlotte trying to score a touchdown before the fourth quarter comes through. Gonna pass it. And it's gonna be overthrown again. Story of the game a little bit here for Falco. Had the right play. He's making the right decisions. Just got to execute under these conditions. 2nd and 10 coming.
I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back. 14.
Itching it is going to be caught. Sheds off one man. Kai Coco trying to get another score, and I think he's going to do it. Give it to the Rapid Raccoon. Touchdown, Charlotte. This is definitely a breakout game if I ever seen it. In the rain too, and he did his own version of JoJo with that reach back. He did it from the back though. Kick is up. That looks a little bit better, but that is not to be. 28-0 is going to be your score. Dallas is going to be down 4 scores with only 1 quarter remaining, so you can only assume that it's going to be Charlotte's victory number 7, and Dallas is going to fall to a very subpar record with this loss. I believe this will make them 2-5 if my math serves me correct. Definitely not in the greatest positions here to make the playoffs, but there's still plenty of time here to see if they could get something rolling. Still got remaining 7 ball games. But we've seen the team come back down 20 plus points in the playoffs in the NFL. I think you know why I'm saying that my Jacksonville Jaguars was able to do it, but they did it in a half. They did not do it in a quarter. So it's going to be very, very difficult to see if Dallas can try to come back in this one. But at this point, it looks like they're trying to focus on not getting shut out. At this point, any points will do.
Hey man, watch the boot.
They're going to hand it off again. Sean Snow runs with the defender and gets a big gainer there. 1st and 10 coming up. Sean Snow with the big gainer. And I believe I already said this before. There's going to be a point where the run game is just not going to be prevalent within this setup here. As it gets to the 44-yard line, that should take us to the end of the 4th after this play, assuming they hike it. And they're going to say no, take it to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's go ahead and get into it. Flipping over. It's going to be the homies in Dallas close to midfield. They're trying to get something going. They're going to pass it again, looking. Going to send this one out of bounds. So that's a beat. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Yeah, I was right. This loss, if Dallas was lose this game, it'll move to 2-5. Definitely not in a good spot within the conference either. The majority of the teams in that conference has at least 4 victories or at least 3 victories. Going to be caught there by Potter for the 1st down. And they definitely needed that too. 1st and 10. Let me know how you like the football. I think I'm going to change the football up next season. I'm probably going to see if I can maybe add a little bit of red tint into it, maybe. We'll see if I can do that. I think it'll be pretty cool. Give it a little different flavor. Not like that crazy XFL football for back in the day, though. Not like that. There goes Church on the run. Going to find his man and drag down by the face mask, so that'll give him an extra 15. So they're definitely in field goal range now. So can't say that Dallas did not have a chance to at least get some points. But I did take that back. They did throw interception in the red zone too. Not quite in the red zone now, but we'll see if they can do what they need to do to get into the end zone. Charlotte's trying to pitch a shutout here. They're looking for another turnover. Pitching it. It's going to be incomplete. You'd have to imagine it's 4th down territory for Dallas. A field goal really won't do anything but prevent the shutout. And they're going to hand it off. And Sean Snow just does not have that boost of speed to get around Shane Knox. A loss of 2 on that play, and it's 3rd and 13. Charlotte looking to get off the field here.
I got you. Mike's 50. 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
And they're going to not get the hike off as well. Now it's going to be 3rd and 18. And in this rain, this is not an easy kick if there was to try it. So I think they may have to go for it. 3rd and 18 here. Passing it again. It's going to be caught by Riggs to get him inside the 20. But it's going to be 4th down here. Will they go for the field goal to at least stop the shutout? Or will they go for it and see if they can potentially get some points on the board in regards to a touchdown? And they are going to keep their offense on the field. We may have ourselves a chance at a shutout. But Church is looking to get the play off, and he does not get it. Had a man wide open, and it's been kind of the story of the game here. They had men get open to where they can convert, but the pass has just not been there. 1st and 10 coming up here.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch it.
Going to hand it off here. Spider Webb. He's going to take it past the 25 there to the 26. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Looks like he's a little bit over 5 yards a carry now. A little bit more closer to that average. Apparently the average rushing within the league is 6.5. So we got some heavy rushers here, but I'm sure they'll tighten up next season as well. Going to be another carry. Going to get past the 30. It's going to be 1st and 10. We should be seeing a lot of number 47 going for Charlotte. And they're going to go backwards, though. Charlotte's going to have to back up 5 next to that penalty.
Go, boys, bring it up. That boy's got 4 down.
Hand off here. There goes the homie. He's taking off the run past the 50. Taking that one inside Dallas territory. And a big gainer there despite the penalty. 1st and 10 Charlotte. Luckily for Dallas, Jay Mangum hit that right angle to slow him down because he probably would have got another score there for Charlotte. 7.5 minutes. They're going to hand it off again. Trying to get something going, but he's going to get slowed down that time around. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Hand off here, looking. Is going to try to get past that man, but not to be. Paranai Barra shuts him down. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming. And Charlotte at the current moment, they look content at burning the clock, get the first down and keep it moving. But they still have a lot of time in order to do so. I won't be surprised to keep it on the ground. Almost got him off sides. They're going to hand it off. There goes the homie. Juke move. Looking for a first down and gets it to the 30. And they're going to give it to the backup now. Giving Spiderweb a little bit of a break. It's going to be 1st and 10. Another handoff. No, it's a fake. There goes that man trying to get more yards there. It's Falco. A gain of 3 on that read option. But Hill wasn't that confused. He got to the quarterback as quick as he could. But the clock continues to roll here for Charlotte. They're not complaining. They say let the clock roll. Heads will roll. Another handoff here. Yes, it is. Trying to get another boost right there. Spiderweb's 20th carry. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up.
All day, baby, all day. Here we go, shot. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Gonna pass it again. Quick pitch. Gonna be caught. And a juke move there. A hurdle and into the end zone. I think I know who that is. That's Joe yet again. What a player. Hit him with that juke move, cheese. Hurdle into the end zone. Just ridiculous. And another score there by Hank Falco and the gang. Big play there. Kick is up. And that looks a lot better there. It's going to be 35-0. And they are 4 minutes away from securing the USFA's first shutout in this season. We've seen a good amount of shutouts all throughout the setup of our league, but the first one in the Madden era, that's definitely something to take pride in, especially with how good Charlotte has been all season long. Really can't be mad at the progress. Dallas at the current moment, they are at the bottom of the Western Conference. Charlotte is on the opposite side of the spectrum. They're at the top of the Eastern, so they're playing 2 different roles and 2 different sides of the U.S. Gonna send this one away here. And it's going to be returned by the homie. Taking this one. Sheds off one man to get to the 26-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go now. 58, 70 Lions. Check fight.
DJ Church trying to do something for his team, and the passing just not up to snuff. 2nd and 10 coming up. Despite the craziness of the rain, Hank Falco was able to find his stride a little bit. He got 4 touchdowns passing, so I guess you really can't be too mad at the progress. Gonna pass it again. Look for a man. Left side. It's gonna be dropped this time around. And it's gonna be 3rd and 10 coming up. Passing it again. Left side and caught this time around. Sheds off a man is the homie Jerry Riggs. And a big gainer there is going to get him to midfield. Charlotte playing a little bit back on defense there. Seen me try to make that tackle. Cannot bring him down. Jerry Riggs plays with a lot of heart, as you can see. Here comes Church again. Stands in the pocket, runs around a little bit. He's going to get taken down from the back. That's going to be a sack. and a loss of 3.
That's all day, baby. Your sock. Hey, take your socks out back to home. Socks out back to home.
2nd and 13 coming up here for this Dallas team.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Passing it again. On the run and just throws this one away. 3rd and 13 coming up. And you see right there, 13 for 32 here for Church. Definitely not one of his prettier stat lines we've seen from him. He is still a rookie, so got to give him some grace. See if he can get something rolling.
You ain't going nowhere. 54's Mike.
Passing it again to Church. Looking, middle of the field, and caught, and fumbled. And it's going to be picked up by somebody. It's going to be picked up by Charlotte. And it's going to take it to the 49-yard line. And that is worst case scenario for Dallas. Wow.
Silver.
And I'm going to make an educated guess on who made that hit. Going to be Spiderweb taking it to the 44. As he gets past 125 yards rushing. 2nd and 3 coming up here. And we hit the 2-minute warning here. And we might see ourselves a shutout here, folks. It's not looking pretty for Dallas, especially if the homies in Charlotte can find a way to keep it pushing. Gotta assume they keep it on the ground here. No need to pass the football for the rest of the game, in my personal opinion. And they are going to do just that, a handoff. Looking for a big gainer is Spiderweb, and he's going to get over 150 with that carry, trying to put the fork in the dinner tonight.
Check, 47. Rabbit.
4 seconds left on the play clock. And a little snap, but it's still going to be caught. Taking, there goes that man, shedding off a couple of defenders and dragging them to the 5-yard line. Spiderweb on another level. And I don't think Dallas is really content with stopping the clock here. They may just let this one rock. 37 seconds. Charlotte's trying to get 40 points in this ball game. They're going to hand it off again, and Dallas just does not have the juice to make the stop. Charlotte's going to score again to make it 41. That's going to seal it if it hasn't already been sealed by halftime. Did a little random cutback there at the end. Didn't really need to, but hey, do what you do, homeboy. Kick is up, and that looks good. 42-0. Complete domination in the torrent rain. Dallas with only 30 seconds left in this ball game to work with, but we could go ahead and talk about the game coming up tomorrow. Make sure you show some love to the homies. We got actually 2 games tomorrow, so make sure you watch out. Let's talk about it though. The third game of week number 7 is going to be Anchorage at Arizona. Anchorage, they're trying to stay pace in the Western Conference, but they'll have to beat one of the top dogs there in the Rattlers, led by Ulf Jacobson. It's going to be Jacob Coolbeans versus Ulf Jacobson. The young buck versus the veteran. Going to be a fun ride. That'll be on YouTube. And then the game that we will have on that night will be Tampa Bay at Tacoma, the battle of the 2 T teams. So it's going to be a fun setup there. Make sure you show some love on Twitch. This is where that game's going to play out. Tampa Bay, they're one of the teams at the bottom, but they're trying to work their way up to the top. The Eastern versus Western Conference matchup here to close out Saturday. And then on Sunday, we will have Huntington Beach at New York. 2 top dog teams. They're looking to get some more momentum before the halfway mark of the regular season, so shout out to them as well. It looks like Church is going to try to make a pass. It is going to be caught, and they'll just take it out of bounds. You didn't see it, but I'll just let you know what happened on that particular play. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here. They got 20 seconds left, And at the current moment, it's all Charlotte looking to secure the first of what I'm thinking is going to be many blowouts and shutouts in their particular setup in the Madden era. Not sure where I was going with that statement, but you kind of knew where I was going. That they're going to be blowing out a lot of teams, in my opinion, not just this season, but for the following seasons after that.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming for you, son. 58.
Gonna pass it again and just throws this on the run and out of bounds. It's gonna be 3rd and 7 coming up. I think my plan is after week 8, we should have week 7 up to date in regards to the in regards to the stats. So we'll talk about what's happening on that side. That's going to be a penalty. And Shane Knox got caught. It's going to be 1st and 10 regardless. That penalty is going to be declined. And we'll talk about all of the statistics. We might do a little bit of a baby podcast or something like that. Maybe play some NFL teams or something. And we can kind of go over who's leading it, who's doing well. And let me know if that's something you want to do. I might post that as a video. See if we can go ahead and get something rolling. They're going backwards again as Dallas. And this game is slowly dying down here. 1 hour, 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes in this particular video. I'm happy to do it. We're going to keep it rolling as we always do. Shout out to the homies once again.
Hey, watch the screen.
Passing it again is Church. Tossing this the left side is going to be caught by Sean Snow. No need to call any timeouts. We could call this one ball game. Charlotte, don't care if it's in the snow. Don't care if it's in the rain. Don't care if it's all shiny. They find a way to get the victory again. Final score is going to be 42-0 in favor of Charlotte. Let's check out these statistics real quick. The total offense, they tell a lot of the picture. 514 to 225. Just ridiculous. Great defense. All around great offense. Even though they had their struggles too. 3rd down, they really didn't struggle, but when it was crunch time, they were missing a good amount of passes. We'll check the passing stats there for Falco a little bit, but possession-wise, they held the ball almost 30 minutes, so that's definitely a good job there from them. Let me just go ahead and scroll through real quick. Thank you. And let's talk about these player stats. Hank Falco, okay, he didn't do too bad. He threw for 65%. 5 touchdowns on the day in the rain. He says he doesn't care, man. He said he's trying to get them buckets. You know what I'm saying? So 342 passing yards there for him. Church threw for 45% in his game, only 170 yards. He threw 2 interceptions in the first half. Definitely did not help his cause there. Going into the rushing side of things, Spiderweb, he started very, very slow. He was averaging 3 yards at one point in the 3rd quarter, but when it got to the later portion of the 3rd and into the 4th, he started busting out those big runs. So shout out to him. Sean Snow did not have the starting debut he wanted, but not too much you could really do if you're down so much. Got to do what you got to do. He had a gain of 12 earlier. That was his longest. Spiderweb, he had 2 20-yard carries, and that definitely boosted up his average to 7.2. Receiving wise, looks like Vic Dotson led in catches, but not in yards. That's going to be Kai Coco with a 3 touchdown performance there from the rookie. You love to see it. He's only going to get better and better as the games go along. Aaron Witten and Joseph both adding big passes as well. And we'll check the rest of the stats on this side. It looks like Kai Coco's that touchdown was 76 yards. So good job there for him. Going into the homies in Dallas, Sean Snow, he didn't do all that great in the receiving side of things, but he did lead in catches for the team, so good job from him. Jerry Riggs there, he led in yards, 4 for 57. Michael Potter had 3 for 32, and that's all the users there outside of the drop there by Giancarlo Velasquez. Going into the defensive side of things, Jay Mangum and Rocky Ivan were the top 2 dogs there in tackles. Kenobi Ibarra They both added in some good tackles as well. Let's see if any of the users did anything else. Looks like Jay Mangum forced a fumble. That's really about it on this section. Going a little bit further down, Wheezy Port, I see you right there with 5 tackles doing your thug thizzle. Looking to take that one. Looks like bot players that I see there. A lot of bot players. Looks like Wheezy Porter got a pass deflection though. And that's really about it. And that's all bot players there. So good job from the Dallas side of things, at least in regards to the players. Let's go into the homies here. Kind of weird seeing Arn not leading in tackles, but I believe he did get a forced fumble if I can remember. No, that was actually Pack Trescott with the forced fumble. That was pretty crazy. I thought it was Jacobson, but hey, gotta give it up to him. But he did get 6 is Arn. Real good job. Not mad at it. Let's see here. Andrew Green added 3. Shane Knox and Ricardo Lopez also had 3. TJ Camden added 2. Nicholas Watt had 1 on the play. So let's go ahead and scroll over to the right side. Make sure I got everybody. Any pass deflections I see here? Looks like that is a bot player. So Pack Trescott's the only player with a pass deflection, and he also the only one with the forced fumble too, I believe. So he forced that fumble, and looks like the bot player recovered it. So not much else there on the defensive side of things. Kicking wise, let's go ahead and check it out for both teams. Let's do it. Only 1 field goal attempt, and it was made by Molyneux, and I believe that was from like 20 some yards. That was in the beginning of the game, and it did go through. Greg Williams, the 4th, he did not knock down any type of kicks. So the only kicks that worked out was from the side of Molyneux. He did get 1 kickoff, and that was a kickoff to start the second half. So good job from that Charlotte defense there. Looking at the punting side of things, Greg Williams had more work than Molyneux, averaged 27.2. Molyneux only had 2 punts. They averaged 30 apiece. Let's see, a couple punts inside the 20, so good job from him. Kick return wise, Jerry Riggs had a lot of opportunities and actually almost broke one in the beginning, but did not get into the end zone. Joseph had 1 for 20. Asu had 1 for 20, and Snow also had 1 for 20 right there. Punt return wise, Vic Dotson is not here, but he did muff one. He had a couple of fair catches, so he's not on this list. Looks like no one did anything in the punt return side of things. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here, and we'll go ahead and set up for the next 2 games tomorrow. Anchorage at Arizona will be on YouTube, and it's going to be Tampa Bay at Tacoma to close out Saturday night with the doubleheader. That game will be on Twitch. Should be somewhere around 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Really depends on when I get home. But outside of that, we can go ahead and wrap it up. I will talk to you all a little bit later. Thanks again for stopping by, and let's get this money. Did I get that right? Oh, I gotta do it again. There you go. Yeah.